Oh yeah.
Well, hey, Star Trek. Star Trek episodes. What are we watching? We're watching Anomaly with some space pirates, so that's fun. Extinction, where everyone like 3 people turn into weird alien things and try to find Urquat. But T'Pol is infected. T'Pol just gets like this weird bit of makeup. And then Rajiin, which is a Rick Berman episode. So that's, a thing, for sure. It's gonna happen.
Is that the one? Is that the one with the like dark planet?
Extinction?
No. The Rajiin one.
Rajiin, okay, the
No, that's in
basic premise of
season 2.
Rajiin is she's like pretending to be a slave for sale. And they go down to this planet.
I remember this. It's horrible.
Yeah.
They need to get the spices.
Runs away and they pick her up and scans the crew. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. And they try and scam people with spices, that's what I remember.
So
and the guy likes sneezing because of the pepper.
Oh, is that Rajiin?
I think so.
Okay.
It's the one with the slavery plot. And
so in answer to the question before we
sneezes.
started the stream, the amount of effort for an edit is, I mean, it changes a lot. Like the Bennings, Jennings, Franklin, and Pierce, the main editing that needed to be done was like cutting out everyone except Archer from the frame and pasting versions from the real show, because in the blooper they start laughing and I don't want them to laugh.
Yeah.
And that's not too hard. You just go in and draw like a basic mask, and there's an option to have it feather, so it like fades into the scene. So it's not that hard once you know what to look for. And still, if like you look at it, you can see like they're weirdly morphing back into position because it has to loop a bit. Don't worry about it. It's close enough. So yeah, Anomaly. Anomaly's pretty good.
He's good, yeah.
Archer gets to airlock a dude.
Oh.
And that's always fun.
That happens.
He uses the power of the door.
The door is very powerful.
I always say they need to use the door more. We need more door.
One simply doesn't go to Mordor.
Well, we should. Discovery simply went to Mordor.
Did it? I thought they used the transporter to execute people via space.
They did that too, which, yeah, of course they should. Why would people not do that in earlier shows? They use the transporter to just beam people into space. They open the doors to suffocate people.
They did?
Not as often as I was like, but yeah, they totally did. I think it was season 3.
I don't remember this.
Season 3, Discovery gets boarded and the bad guys open the door.
Huh.
To try and like suffocate Tilly and some other people who don't matter.
Yeah. I don't remember much of season 3, unfortunately. I've only seen it once. I've been enjoying Discovery recently, though. The last 3 episodes.
But it's not TNG. You're not allowed to like it.
But I don't like TNG that much.
But TNG's the best.
It's okay. It has some of the best Star Trek episodes. It also has some of the worst.
We just don't watch those or talk about them. Also, 45 seconds, everyone queue up to Anomaly.
So where is
Do you like the storyteller? DS9's The Storyteller, where O'Brien has to be the Sarah and tell the story to the village to send off the Dal'Rok.
Oh my god. I kind of like that episode. It's very silly.
It was weird.
It is very weird.
And then the guy from Enterprise tries to stab O'Brien. The Sarah's apprentice.
The guy from Enterprise.
Yeah, he plays a bad guy in Enterprise. Hang on, press play in 5, 4.
Played a bad
3,
Bajoran.
2, 1, play. Yeah, he's a bad Bajoran, and he plays the guy in Enterprise who he has that freighter, and he like took a Nausicaan captive,
Yeah.
and he shoots Archer, or tries to.
I remember
Oh,
that.
hey, Porthos. His name is Ryan in Enterprise, so that's
Really?
cool. Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, Porthos knows something. How can he smell the anomaly? What's going on?
Hey.
Hello.
My God, it's Soma.
Yes.
Soma.
By the 9 Divines.
I think he's just sad because he's a beagle and he's in a spaceship.
Oh.
But he gets
Beagles
to hang
need a
out
lot of
with
energy, I
Archer.
think.
He gets to hang out with his human all day, every day. Does Archer technically work from home?
Yes. Well, is his home just his quarters, or is his home the whole ship? I guess that's how you have to think about it.
Oh, looks like things are getting very spooky in The Expanse. I hear The Expanse is good,
Yes.
though. Should I watch The Expanse?
I think you
Yes,
should.
it's very
I think
good.
it's pretty good.
Also, I didn't blur the screen. There we go. Now it's blurry.
It's definitely worth watching.
Why is the food moving and not everything else?
Don't worry about it.
It's
Shut
just
up.
the metal, I think. I think it's the magnetic anomaly. Yeah, they really love this effect. They've been using it since Voyager's parallax.
It's weird. Oh. What? Some nice CG coffee. Very
Is that a
fancy.
Janeway coffee mug?
It's similar. I don't think it's exactly the
It's
same.
like a CG version.
Oh, it's that same lightning effect they've been using since TNG.
Yeah, I love the Star Trek lightning effect.
Gonna make you money off that asset.
It would just be nice if they had, like, 2 lightning effects.
Very true.
Well, sometimes they change its color, Ryan. Like they
I
do a lot of
guess.
work to make it last.
They try a little bit. Sometimes. When
And
they
the
feel like it.
Enterprise is now.
Excuse me, it's
stuck in
just
the void.
Enterprise.
Fair enough.
It's not the Enterprise, it's not the Ukraine, it's just Enterprise, it's just Ukraine.
Fair enough.
I think they say the Enterprise a whole lot.
Not in this show.
Actually, yeah.
In fact, I can look up right now how often they say the Enterprise in Enterprise. Enterprise scripts, normal search, the Enterprise. Oh, T'Pol says it once, but she's an alien.
Yes.
Yeah, but Paul's usually right. She's only wrong about one token thing, and that's the Vulcan Directorate Science. The Science Vulcan Directorate.
Yes.
She also gets the Enterprise blown up when she's left in command.
It
I
looks
swear
like they say
made
it like
that Vulcan
5.
Science Directorate thing just so she could be wrong about something, because they're sick of her always being right.
It looks
So
like there's a
this
total of
weird thing
about
that she's stubborn about.
10 instances of the Enterprise,
Seems pretty canon to me.
and half of them are Tucker. Typical Florida man. Can't even get the name of the ship right.
Maybe
The
that's
engineer
why
as well.
Paul likes him so much, because he's adopted the
That's why they
correct
kill him
usage.
at the end. Because he deserves it.
Is this that end of episode where Archer turns a bit immoral?
Yes, he airlocks a dude. It's great.
Remember when they steal a warp core?
Yeah, that's messed up. And then they never go back to help them.
I think
Yeah.
it's
They stop
fair
the
enough
Cindy.
to assume that they send someone to fix their warp core.
I believe a book covers that.
Oh my.
But like,
I love
it
Star
would have
Trek
been nice
books.
if they mentioned it offhandedly
It
in season
would've.
4.
Yeah.
We
Would
don't
you
need to
steal
see the
someone's
ship.
warp
We don't
core?
need to see the mission. Just mention it. You wouldn't steal a warp core.
Would you? The problem is they like try and make this like story about like Archer like pushing the limits of morality, but he never does push them. Like the Zindi have a Death Star. Literally anything is justified.
The Makos have really sparkly underwear. What's up with that? Does Archer have sparkly underwear? No, he has just like solid blue.
It's military special.
This scene's a little bit lower deck where, yeah, everyone changes in front of each other because it's a small ship. It's the military. That's what they do.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Sorry, no, it's not the military. It's Starfleet. They're different.
Well,
the
there's
Makos are
military and Starfleet in this mission.
Yeah.
I guess in this show, Starfleet is explicitly not the military, seeing as they have Makos on board.
Enterprise is the only series that's honest about it.
Yeah.
TNG Forward are just lying to us.
I don't know if they're lying. I think
They're
Starfleet
clearly
is
the
more
military.
than a military.
They're blatantly lying.
Like, it
yes, it's
includes
more than a military, but
like a military
the way
is one
Picard talks
element
about
of
it,
Starfleet.
the way Picard talks about it, he says like they're pacifists. It's like, no, you go to war, man.
Are pacifists not allowed to defend themselves?
I don't know.
Depends how extreme you are as a pacifist.
I think
generally no.
Jainism they don't.
Sounds pretty
I might be making that up.
unsustainable.
Well, I mean, most people aren't down to like stab you. It doesn't really come up that much. So what you eating, Soma?
The sausage and some carrot and sweet mash with baked beans.
Sausage?
Why is that guy missing a... Oh no, he was just turned to the side. I thought he
Chipolata.
only had one leg.
Nice. Is it spicy? Did you make it spicy?
No, not really.
You didn't put any of that cayenne? Do you even have cayenne pepper in Britain?
Well, they have cayenne on this ship, which we'll find out in this series, where they try and trade it for valuable resources.
Commander Tucker, it's the most relatable in this episode to me than anywhere else. He's partial to the cayenne himself. I'm partial to the cayenne. It's the best spice.
I don't know. Cayenne's okay.
Love cayenne. Put it on
I think
everything.
its flavor is a little weird. It's good in some things, but cayenne will ruin things because of its flavor.
On popcorn, I put on salt, black pepper, and cayenne.
Yeah, that sounds good, honestly. Cayenne.
They really should have just taken all of the alloy from that prison, from that slave
Oh no,
facility.
it's the lightning effect.
Oh no, stealing is still wrong, even if you're stealing from slavers.
Well, they just sort of killed everyone. They might as well have taken some stuff, especially when explicitly told this is the stuff you need.
If Trillium D is so good, why is there no Trillium E?
Those.
Zephram Cochrane. Is that really you?
What? What's wrong with Zephram Cochrane? Other than his
Zephram
weird...
Cochrane was
Newton wouldn't
space
have
god
a clue what
relationship.
he was doing.
God, Archer, like, get a bag or something. Don't just leave it there.
Yeah, it's eventually gonna fall.
Tucker, you do know that Newton would have absolutely no clue what you're talking about.
I can't tell if it's... No, it is falling, slowly.
It is now, but it probably wasn't falling when he was there. I wouldn't put my hand in the anomaly,
Yeah, no,
Archer.
that's sketch.
Yeah.
Did you put your hand in the anomaly?
Well, he's gonna put his head in an anomaly in a bit. In a few episodes. It's gonna go poorly. Just shoot them.
They don't have the ability.
Oh. Ram them. Or just leave. Why are we just sitting there not moving? Just leave.
They don't have a warp core either.
Why don't they have a warp core? Why doesn't he just rewrite the book on warp theory? How hard could it be? Like that little jump he did. Very fancy.
Mm-hmm.
But he's literally stealing a treasure chest. Very efficient, though. These guys are doing a good job.
Where the
Considering
hell have
they've
the
never
been?
seen any of this stuff before. Yeah, maybe you should hold your fire. There's a torpedo rack right there. I don't know if they want to use a torpedo as cover.
Get to slide down the ladder or the steps.
That was definitely something for sure.
So all of a sudden in this episode, they're able to detect exactly where the intruders are.
Well, yeah, because it's
They have
because why not?
sensors.
The writer said so.
And they usually not.
They normally have no clue whatsoever. Actually, that said, Enterprise does generally know when they're being boarded.
But the Enterprise does not.
Yes.
The Enterprise, people can come and go whenever they want. Oh, we got a close-up on that guy because he's a main character. He's going to be here a lot. Are you actually going to hit him with that wrench, or is he just going to jump on him? Hit him with the wrench? Oh, I didn't think he was actually going to... Oh, my God. I thought he was just going to hold and, like, punch him with his hand. Nailed that guy. So, Soma, how's the weather?
It's alright. Can't complain.
Well, you can. If you want to.
It's a British turn of phrase.
He's almost just a positive person. Have you considered that?
No, I've not considered that.
So, what do you think of the new Solaris update?
I haven't played it yet.
Eh.
But, you know, it seems interesting.
I do like
Empire Sprawl was never a good mechanic, and now it's changed.
Yes, it's much better now. That's the big thing for me.
So at this point, it kind of feels like they should just get rid of influence. What's the point?
Yeah. It also, you can't increase its cap, and it just caps there.
What is Faith talking about? Join the chat, but you're not in the chat. This is the chat in the Discord, with a link in the description to the Discord with the voice chat.
Yes, feel free to join us.
There's no password or nothing. Okay. Wow, they can store a month worth of antimatter in the reactor? I would think you don't store any in the reactor. That seems dangerous.
No, it'll be a direct reactor feed chamber they've got.
Osarians. Do they show up anywhere else? Star Trek Osarian. Nope,
red.
just this. All you have to do is find a ship and take their antimatter.
All you had to do is follow the damn train, CJ.
Did you just swear? Can't do that.
Damn all the time.
This is a Christian Star Trek stream. Next, you're going to be taking the Lord's name in vain.
Wouldn't dream of that.
I mean, Jesus, who does that? Alright, at least we have a brig now, so that's fun.
Oh yeah, the first use of the brig set.
Is this really the first use of the brig?
Yeah.
Yes.
They didn't have a set before.
Huh.
I like that the cot in the background has sound dampening foam for the mattress. Very sci-fi.
That's some interesting prosthetics.
Oh, what's the alternative?
Under what assumption?
He could get one of the Makos to do it.
Why would he assume this? If you were being held prisoner by an alien, would you assume that they would not torture you?
He has such a gentle face.
Do humans look to other aliens like Odo looks to us?
Possibly. They get insanely lucky, Enterprise, though, in just surviving this far.
Do you think that armor actually does anything, or is it just aesthetics?
Gives some thermal protection.
It certainly didn't help when Tucker hit him over the head with a wrench.
Yes.
Very effective. In fact, that's not even an anomaly scar. That's just from the wrench.
Okay.
How does that work? They're just clouds.
This plot was never expanded on? Maybe? Maybe when they destroy the spheres, that gets rid of the clouds or something.
It does. It does. Runs aground. There's a lot of exposition. This guy's very forthcoming.
Yes.
I bet Janeway would have already have the codes out of him by now.
Probably.
Or Cisco. Probably not
Zuko
Kirk.
just beating him to a pulp. He has no compunctions about being nice, as the Avengers would say.
What am I looking at on that screen? Why are there 2 layers of text? They look identical.
I don't know. It's like 3D, and they all are wearing 3D contacts or something.
Guess. Humans in this era are just so evolved they can see. I was going to say they can see in 3D, but no, we already do that. They can see a screen in 3D.
Well, there's 4 pads.
But these pads are backlit. They were never backlit in TNG DS9.
Yes.
They have really improved the technology.
Yeah.
That's because we've now got LEDs that can go underneath them.
It's going to keep you up, Tucker. Looking at all that blue light.
Still a while before we get
Look, they have a headphone jack. They're more advanced than an iPhone.
Wow. Can you play audio on a pad? Oh, you can
control a ship with a pad.
I remember exactly one instance of a pad playing audio, and that was a Breen nursery rhyme that Odo played. Is that the only time? I think that might be it. Most of the time, they're just a Kindle. Except a bad Kindle.
They can control the ship, though. Like, it seems just be tethered into the Enterprise computer. My assumption is that the computer is like a mainframe, and the pads are just terminals.
Yeah.
Whomst.
Yeah, the robo.
The robotic corpse has joined us. But your review will not join us. He says no.
Review?
Yeah, he's in the YouTube chat. Like a loser not joining us in
Well,
voice
that's
chat.
mean.
He gets spooked easily. It's like a horse. You know, you get.
Do horses get spooked?
You should totally
easily?
join us, your review.
Yeah, horses get spooked easily.
Ooh, space cubes.
My brother-in-law's old dog would get spooked easily. Like, it would turn the corner and just see a plastic bag on the ground and piss itself.
Like how cats are afraid of cucumbers.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
Maybe
Cucumbers are like the worst. What even are they? Are they a fruit? They're a vegetable. They're like the worst vegetable.
They're fruit and they're delicious.
They taste like nothing.
They taste
Haven't you ever heard
amazing.
the cucumber song? Haven't you heard the cucumber song?
No.
Do I want to?
Look up.
Are you gonna make?
Yes, look up cucumber song.
Is it VeggieTales?
It's great. No, it's not VeggieTales.
Oh.
It's like a reggae rapping dude. It's really good, actually. I think somebody did like an auto-tuned remix of it.
Benefits of cucumber?
I don't know. You'll know right away. It's a reggae dude. Cucumber. Cucumber. Cucumber.
Yes, okay.
This is great, you're right.
I know.
Ooh. Spherical. I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get the appeal.
It's a perfect sphere. Come on, you gotta love it.
No, I don't get the appeal of cucumbers. I love the sphere. The sphere's good.
They're alright. They're mostly water, though.
I mean, so is lettuce, but lettuce is good. Not by itself, but it, it adds crunch to stuff. It's always nice.
Is this the one where they get robbed?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And they've tracked the pirates to the sphere.
They forgot to give me a fork at Taco Bell.
What do you need? They have tacos. What do you mean?
I'm having what you call it? Nachos. Nachos Belgrande.
Nachos you use your fingers for. What do you mean?
Nah, it's a little too sloppy for that.
Okay.
I like to try and like get up some toppings on the fork and then grab a nacho that's from the bottom, and like distribute the toppings.
Okay. See, Enterprise, he said. Not the Enterprise, just Enterprise.
Otherwise,
some
Ryan, you end up
green
with like
screening.
eating all the toppings and then having naked chips at the bottom.
Okay, well, if you're going to be eating chips, please make sure you're on push to talk so we don't get chip sounds.
I pushed to mute my my headset, so you shouldn't hear anymore.
I heard a little chip.
As before, an NVIDIA broadcast hasn't been good about removing this stuff lately. I don't know if they updated it and it's not working, or it's been terrible like the last couple weeks.
Very fancy interior. It's got a big glowing light. It's got some catwalks.
What
are you mumbling about?
Doesn't matter.
Are you threatening me?
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
This does look a little Star Wars. Looks kind of like Star Wars Episode 1 in here.
A spherical doomsday weapon? In Star Wars? Never.
It doesn't even have a laser, though. It just deforms space. Somehow.
It's even more ambitious than the Death Star. It doesn't just blow up planets. It turns entire regions of the galaxy uninhabitable.
But it takes forever.
But they don't care.
It takes like hundreds of years.
They exist outside of...
Or thousands.
Our time. Don't they?
I guess the aliens do, but still. I don't know. It's not clear. They can, like, predict the future a little bit. They're like the Hercules witches with the strands of time and stuff. They're weird.
So, instead of having the Matrix go first, they put the two valuable members in.
I thought they were fifth dimensional, so they just could see all timelines simultaneously.
Yeah, like the witches in Hercules.
It's those little things again.
Yeah, from the 7th. The spent reactor casings or something. Those are stem bolts, but they were reactor casings in the last episode, Reed. Are they stem bolts now?
Multiple Cucumber songs?
They're not even self-sealing.
They don't have the ones, they didn't use the models from Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine stem bolts are different completely.
Yeah, because those were self-sealing stem bolts. These are just stem bolts. Oh, they've got some self-replicating mines in here. That's fun. They've got some circles. Don't press that. You don't know what it says. Jesus. You can't read Osarian, Travis. Never press a button that you don't know what it does.
Yeah.
Pressing buttons is like my favorite thing, especially when I don't know what they do.
I like the infinitely scrolling text. I wonder what it says.
Do you think they actually wrote something and just replaced the letters with weird symbols, or is it just junk?
It's probably a Easter egg of some sort. Like,
We can find out. If you
Someone
screenshot it, I can solve it. Yeah.
Well, I can't scroll back.
I'm really
because...
the resolution's high enough.
I'm really good at replacement ciphers.
Okay.
The resolution probably isn't high enough to see what they're saying on the screens.
Okay. You just need to be able to tell which symbols are different from the others. God, there's holes in
You suffer from that phobia?
Not holes. I'm just saying, like, he's got a hole like going down that big vein down his wrist. I don't know how he's not spurting blood everywhere.
This plot.
Yeah, the Rick Berman plot.
I think that Fox is just trying to ship to Paul and
yes,
Trip
he is.
together.
100%.
First.
Oh, mud leeches. Seems like a good strategy to me.
That's like really bad advice. You don't have someone take them off because otherwise you are going to roll on them.
Could just strap himself down, I guess.
But you need to move around whilst you're sleeping.
I don't think you need to.
There's a reason why your body does it. I don't know the reason off the top of my head, but it is necessary. Jeez.
What, 7 fusion reactors?
No, 12 kilometers each.
Ah. Blow it up. Destroy it. What if we launch a torpedo at the big reactor in the middle? See if that helps the anomalies. That looks like nothing. This is the piece of a Zindi probe that crashed. We're temporarily calling it an exocomp. Oh, come on, airlock. Shove him out the door. That's not the information that's relevant, man. Nobody cares how big and strong you are.
You are strong.
So the United States authorized an enhanced interrogation technique program after 9/11 to be used on detainees at Guantanamo Bay and elsewhere. So technically torture is illegal under US law, but there was a question of, well, and another reason why intelligence agencies don't use it, because it's not particularly effective. Like, frankly, I would confess to killing my own mother if you tortured me. So,
Yes.
you get bad information. And so but just it was authorized, as far as we know, by the vice president. And so from all the way down, the CIA used cold air, loud music, and also they were called black sites. So you can have a military prison, but you can't like have secret operation sites. That's what dictatorships do, and where there's no record of that prisoner ever being held.
It looks like torture here is being very effective. That man is now very cooperative.
Yeah,
We're
so
gonna have a nice
this show
chat.
this show is
American
right after
TV show.
9/11.
Torture works.
Yeah.
9/11. Yeah,
I mean,
you gotta do.
he's not asking him questions while he's being tortured. He's letting him relax and think about it a little.
Showing him what he will
He's
do.
only torturing him because he said you wouldn't torture me. So he
Yeah.
just did it to prove a point.
Called his bluff.
Like he doesn't want to be seen as a beta male.
I watched a video of two journalists. One was Christopher Hitchens, the famous atheist writer, who paid someone to undergo waterboarding. Obviously, they had a paramedic and a professional special forces officer did it. But one snort of water up your nose, you feel like you're drowning, you give up. You have to tap out. Like, it's not, your brain just doesn't like water going into the air passageways.
Don't say.
It's not supposed to be there.
Yeah. So, like, the funny thing is, if you put it, the waterboarding works by putting a rag cloth over someone's nose and wetting the cloth. So even simulated drowning is enough to like turn your whole.
It's not
biology.
simulated. It's
Yes.
actual drowning.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna drown because it's basically just like water trickling through your nose.
You're not going to drown because they stop pouring the water at some point before you die.
Right.
Okay. Anyway,
So you can push the water away with your breath, but as soon as you try to take a inhale, it's you're done. You're finished. Like, so you can blow it. You can purge the water, but then as soon as you try and breathe, you can't. So it's like a one-way valve, basically.
Okay, thanks.
I watched that video, and the guy is like immediately taps out, right?
Yeah. Because I mean, he's a journalist. He's not a.
Yeah.
professional
He was. I thought he was trying to prove that it wasn't so bad. Like he was like, it's not so bad what we're doing to these guys. It's okay. And then he's like, oh no, stop.
He did write an article in support of the technique the week before, and that is why he underwent the procedure itself.
You think he should go undergo the procedure before he writes the article?
Well, he was a supporter of the Iraq War, even though he was like a left-wing writer before that.
What is with video games and the sharing stuff of you have to be within this distance to get the data when it's not really that limited.
Well, there's a signal,
Have you
and
ever
it
been out
drops
of
off with
range of
distance squared.
Bluetooth?
That is true, but they can literally send
Like our Wi-Fi.
signals light years.
Ear review.
yes.
That reminds me of an American journalist that was trying to show how easy it was to get an AR-15. So he went into a gun store and he wanted to buy one and filled out all the paperwork. And then they said, actually, we're going to need to call you back. Because normally the NICS check is instant, so you just get a yes or no. And they're like, well, there's some trouble. We'll have to call you back. They get like 72 hours to review it and approve or deny.
Yeah.
So then they called him and said, sorry, we can't sell you the gun. And he's like, what? Why not? And they're like, well, you've been convicted of domestic violence. We're not selling you a gun.
My.
And so his article was all like, they're just doing that because I'm a liberal journalist and blah, blah, blah. They're like, no, you've been convicted of domestic violence.
Oh my. That is some juicy drama.
So it's easy to get an AR-15 if you don't have a
As long as
felony on your record.
If you don't have a criminal
If you do
background,
not
yes.
have-
So no, I mean it's not quite that effective because the Charlottesville church massacre guy, the Dylan Roof.
There's no
he-
animation on that. It just popped between two different states.
He was thrown out of a mall. Some violent altercation had happened, and then when he tried to buy the gun, it should have been flagged, but it wasn't because it was a different state and the records didn't match. And you have 72 hours.
It's a federal lookup. So the failure, the point of failure.
So, but there are points of failure.
The point of failure would have been the particular municipality not reporting it. It could have been that it was a police report, but he wasn't.
You have 72
It could have been a
hours
police
to find
report.
an objection, and if you don't find the objection, Dylan Roof gets a gun and kills 9 innocent worshippers on a Wednesday night at Bible study.
Okay, well, what I'm getting at is that there might have been a police report, but if he wasn't charged and convicted of anything,
then it didn't happen. Basically, as far as the law
right, you don't have.
cares.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have anything to prevent you from, Look, nothing's perfect. Criminals get guns other ways. They get guns extra legal ways, so
yeah.
Well,
the other cool thing is there's a great movie with Adam Driver called The Report.
Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
I like Adam Driver.
And so he's a Senate staffer who has to do all the investigation into the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques torture program. This, he's the one. They only give you this information in like a classified room. So he reads all the stuff in the classified room and writes the report. But it's a heroic thing that specifically Senator Dianne Feinstein had to pull up. Because look, even if you had to do the torture at the time, you should have transparency and go over that and decide not to do it again as a society.
Feinstein needs to retire. She's like the definition of senators who've been in Congress too long.
Feinstein is her name.
Ooh.
She's like 90.
Very Zindy.
So
a picture of the human brain in there.
Right. So xenophobia is what's going on, right? Like we don't have any information about this enemy, and now Archer is
other than they're trying to murder us. I think that's enough.
The Zindy are building a Death Star. You can justify anything.
Yes, thank you.
It's so boring. There's no moral conflict.
I like that last shot. They have a projector on Archer's face. It looked very like they don't do that much in Star Trek.
It was a very high
the
effort
next
shot.
episode, everyone queue up, is Extinction, which is. I mean, I like it, but it's weird.
Is this the one where they like turn into aliens?
Yeah, and they search for the city of Urquat.
Wasn't there a TNG episode about that where they turn into aliens?
And a Voyager episode.
Yeah, this is kind of my point about the whole Zindy arc. This episode didn't need to take place in the Zindy arc. This could have been an episode at any point in Enterprise's run.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
This was still 2003. They didn't really do the thing where they just only focus on the main conflict for 15 episodes.
Well, they did it on Deep Space Nine.
New trend anyway, and they didn't. Deep Space Nine had tons of filler, and it was good.
Well, there was the 9-episode run at the end of the.
Remember when
they had a
War.
casino heist,
and it was a really good episode.
Baseball.
The casino heist.
They played baseball.
Was that during the?
It was awesome.
Was that during the 9-episode run though, or was it earlier? It wasn't
part of the finale, but it was part of the last season while the war was going on, while people were fighting.
All right, hang on. Press play in 5,
the Niners for
4,
playing.
3, 2, 1, play. You
Wait,
make it clear your argument.
I thought the last 9 episodes of Deep Space Nine were all Dominion War.
Okay.
Yeah, the finale was the last 10.
Technically, they find something useful here about the Zindy also at the end of the episode. I think, right?
I don't think this episode they get any information.
Like, imagine if that was just the entirety of Deep Space Nine Season 7. Like, DS9 Season 7 is better with the other episodes in it as well.
Right, and the other thing is, though...
Well, except Chrysalis.
With episodic...
Sucks.
With episodic television, if you have like a 9-part arc, then like if you miss one of them, then you don't.
They're pretty gruesome.
They could at least shoot him first.
Yeah, they should. I don't think we ever
have to burn. At least kill him first.
Elsewhere in Star Trek with flamethrowers.
Right,
so we started the darkest season of
God, I do hate this version of it.
The darkest season of Enterprise, punctuated by the
pain.
most upbeat version of the intro.
Did they speed up the vocals also? Or is that just the music doing an optical illusion on my ears.
I think it's an illusion.
They changed
think the
they
vocals
changed
are the
the
same.
video as well.
They changed the tempo.
Okay, thank you.
Instead of the like triumphant uplifting videos, they have like war videos. We're going to war.
That's for the mirror universe.
Yeah, this is the same intro
Yeah.
sequence.
I think it was actually really cool that they changed the intro for the mirror universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
do
They
that for
should have done
Discovery?
that
I
in
don't remember.
Discovery.
Did
Would've
they?
been
I don't
great.
remember.
They didn't change it for Discovery. They should have.
Aw.
I think they changed
Honestly,
the imagery. No,
Discovery's
they changed
intro
the
is my
imagery.
favorite.
They did change the
of
imagery
any
in the
Star
in the
Trek.
intro.
Did they?
Yeah.
I really like it. The visuals are cool. The sound, the music, it's good.
They should have just had Archer's theme for the intro.
No,
Changed my mind.
No.
Yeah.
Faith of the
Archer's
Heart is
theme.
good. It's
Faith
one
of
of
the
the
Heart
few
is the
cool
Somebody-
things about
it's
this show.
the exemplary.
Somebody
of the
edited it.
show.
Archer's theme is fine and all, but have you considered Faith of the Heart?
I've got strength of the soul.
What do you have
there's
in
a-
your... Oh, that's
Nice.
food, isn't it? Georgia peaches.
In a jar.
No,
Keeping
that's
them
a
in stasis? What?
that's a Dutch oven thing. It's for cooking, like muffins or croquettes or something.
Oh
You
my
can
god,
cook
we
muffins
get
in a
it. You're
Dutch oven.
dating already. Just get on with it.
Are they?
Basically, he's bringing
no.
her peaches, and they're gonna massage each other.
And he's from Georgia.
By Georgia state law, they're married now.
She is so
They're
petulant
basically a
about any.
couple.
If he doesn't come to one
Petulant, she's
session,
cool.
if he doesn't come to one session, or if he even thinks about ending these sessions, she gets really upset and like emotionally
I don't
blackmails
think she
him.
cares.
Oh, she cares. She's gonna get real jealous when he starts doing that with another lady.
Oh yeah, God, don't remind me.
The Mako.
But he just throws it on the floor. I mean, come on.
I mean, why not? He basically lives here now.
Ugh.
I mean, you're right though. They're casual now. Like when
Haven't
you
had
first
a
go over someone's apartment to undress, you have to do it in a very polite.
Haven't had a shower since this morning. That's not bad.
Just her,
It is
just
when
her,
he-
just him being in the room would drive her nose
True.
off the
He
meter.
suppresses her nose.
I feel like
No, I'm
Tucker
sort of thing.
definitely should take a shower. I mean, he's
Directed by
been
LeVar
working
Burton.
on the engine all
How do you know
day.
he hasn't?
Because he
how do
just
you know
said
he
he
Just said
hasn't.
he hasn't had one.
Oh. Duh. I'm dumb.
Is Jolene Blalock actually that tan, or did she get a spray tan for this role?
I don't know.
That's her
I mean,
normal color.
Somehow
LA's
she
more
does
hot.
that looks off.
She's a little bit Angelina Jolie.
I thought. Wait, hang on. I need a picture
at
of
the edges
Jolene.
of
I
her
don't actually
clothes.
remember what
I
she looks
think-
like without the makeup.
Angelina Jolie isn't even Angelina Jolie. She looks better than Angelina Jolie at this point in time.
No, but I'm saying like she's
No, I
she's-
guess
she
that's
has
just
dark
what-
skin a little bit.
Yeah, I guess that's just her.
Yeah.
I thought she was
Um,
paler in real life. Nope, that's just her.
Angelina Jolie is paler in real life
Yeah, never mind. But
than what?
her
than
little
Oh, look,
blue
she's
uh,
silk
wearing
she
thing,
her
looks like-
Andorian paste outfit.
her blue silk thing is pretty revealing in that last shot before we come to this.
Yes.
this-
That's
Rick
the point.
Berman.
Thank you so much.
Please respect somehow.
Oh wow, this thing isn't.
Zindi primates.
So
Surely
they
the
don't.
Zindi arboreals are also primates.
They don't have any apologies for how they dress.
It's
Seven.
some
They
sort
just-
of arboreal primate.
to put T'Pol in that is a little bit too much, even for the 2003 TV show. It's so pointed.
Apparently not, because it's here and it was on TV.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, directed by LeVar. It's pretty cool.
There's a very
Hmm.
amusing line on Memory article about that Memory Alpha about the
That means
project.
that with Berman's direction, he directed the scene between Archer and between Tucker and T'Pol.
Oh,
If he didn't direct
Paul
it, he was
changed.
definitely on set for it, wringing his
Paul-
hands. Yes.
Paul changes her
Yeah.
outfit a lot.
Yes,
Why doesn't she just have a uniform?
they just want to
mean-
show off all the different colors of the same outfit that they have.
She's not commissioned by Starfleet, and she's not commissioned by the Vulcan High Command.
So she just wears whatever she feels like that day. She still has a job.
Whatever Rick Berman feels like that day.
I mean, I wear whatever I feel like.
Do you go into a workplace where everyone else has a uniform?
True.
I love Memory Alpha. You guys got to see this. I will post it in the chat in one moment.
One.
It is
Hmm.
posted.
No, a moment is a
Oh.
minute 30 seconds,
It
right?
gets blocked by the censor.
Just post the
Here,
article.
let me-
Post it in
let me get it.
Discord.
Here you go. Yeah, I posted it in Discord, but it did not approve.
Wait, Discord didn't like the post?
Yeah, it was too racy for Discord.
A controversial scene in which T'Pol's naked posterior appears.
Ooh, what?
Wow.
It's
It's
such
too-
interesting language.
Too racy for the FCC or FTC. Which one? One of the
I
other.
don't know.
FCC. FTC is Federal Trade Commission.
Care about the Federal Communications Commission.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was censored for.
The FCC is the largest censorship body in the world.
FCC. We used to have that guy in there. What was his name? Shit Pie. Shit Pie.
Are you swearing
Legit-
on my
legit
Star Trek
pie?
stream?
No, it's just the guy's name. The Shit
A
Pie.
love scene between Trip Tucker and T'Pol featured a look at In the Canadian version, it's not edited and you can actually see T'Pol's butt, apparently. But not in the US
Oh my
version.
god!
What
Apparently,
episode is
this episode
This episode?
or Enterprise did some things.
No way.
I can't believe this happened in 2003. Like, is there no regulation on safety for actors? This seems absolutely insane.
What did they do?
They made her perform nude.
Share with the class.
Apparently this outfit that she's wearing took 9 hours to be painted on and smelled so bad that she passed out and vomited.
What?
I posted the
Okay.
article.
Oh, you mean the butterfly
Butterfly,
dancers, not T'Pol, who was on
Uh-huh.
screen at that
Yeah,
moment.
not to Paul.
Where'd you
It's like,
post
what do you
it,
mean
General?
painted on? I mean, I know it's
Uh-huh.
tight, but
Yeah.
And there were twins.
Oh, jeez.
yeah, that's thanks, Rick.
4 layers of latex. 7 layers of latex is too much.
Yeah.
You probably
Like-
overheat. That's probably why they threw up.
Yeah.
Oh, internal organs straight out of house. Shoot him,
That's
put him
not
out of
how
his
it
misery.
Works.
It's how it works in Star Trek. We just have to accept that evolution in Star Trek doesn't mean the same thing as evolution in real life.
Yes.
Gaja Brak? Well, that was fast.
Doesn't this remind you of the episode where they were on the planet and everyone was getting paranoid?
That's why
The Geordie episode?
T'Pol was there. She was the only one who wasn't
Oh.
totally affected.
The rock
Yeah, that
people.
was like the second episode ever.
The rock people, yeah.
The rock people. These rock
Oh my
people.
God.
Those rock people.
Yes.
Them rock people.
Trip- this-
Trip was
this-
there.
This is more like when Geordi commandeers the ship because he has to turn into a blue thing. And I think it
Rick Berman toned down the horniness in Star Trek.
I don't believe that for a second.
It says so in Memory Alpha.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. You think they're lying? Apparently Rick called someone into his office because the scene was too sexy.
No,
in
see,
Deep Space Nine.
if it's like consenting partners, that's not good. Like that's too, that has to be censored for family audiences. But
If it was so bad that even Rick Berman objected, what was the original?
Well, it was
I think
just
it was
Lita
a hot
being
tub
naked.
thing. It was a hot tub, but if it's like if it's dehumanizing one actress, then that's fine.
No, we dehumanize all the actresses.
Especially
one.
T'Pol.
Especially.
But
all of them.
Seven got the ridiculous treatment too. I mean,
Not
so
as bad as
Troy.
T'Pol. Like
Troy
the
did-
story doesn't like degrade her in the same way that it does T'Pol.
No, but here you guys are talking earlier about how TNG we don't talk about the bad episodes. Troy and Crusher even. I was thinking about that one scene where Crusher says, "I'm a woman and I haven't had a man, in a long time," and it's like.
To be fair, she was affected
Right.
by space alcohol at the time.
Troy was almost
So-
at the T'Pol level of like insane shit happening to her.
It's true, and they were trying to
Like, wasn't she?
sell the show by sexing it up.
Yeah.
You're right. It was a
Anyway,
focal point to
aliens.
dehumanize people.
Yeah, it is
Aliens-
very good job for this.
They're kind of acting like the Ferengi in TNG season 1, where they just like dance around and shake their heads. Are you
Yeah.
gonna lick? Don't lick it. Don't do it.
Yeah. Dehumanizing.
Soma is just mad they never did anything like this on Stargate. What or did they?
What? Well, I don't want them to do these. I
The
didn't start it.
Enterprise. You're
No, I
confusing
meant
them.
I meant like the.
If someone doesn't speak your language, saying the word again doesn't help.
You say it again, but you say it louder and more slowly. That's the way
Yes.
it works. Then suddenly they understand you.
Enterprise.
Right, bro. You realize they actually had full-on nudity in the first episode of Stargate.
Oh yeah, because the first episode was on HBO,
Yes.
but once it was on Sci-Fi, it was a shadow of his
Scott.
former self.
What are
it
you
was
doing,
much
Scott?
better.
When it came to nudity.
This makeup is really bad. I'm like, it looks suffocating.
I like it.
It's uncomfortable to wear, is what I meant to say.
Hmm.
At least T'Pol just gets the weird lesion. Scott isn't really the one taking this further than anyone else. He's dancing
Yes.
all over the place.
Got Bacula. More like
More like
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, there was an episode of this in Stargate.
This alien needs its own series.
More like Scott Whackula. Because he's whack.
it's got Dracula. He should play Dracula. That'd be cool. He's a good actor.
If he
Fair
worked
enough.
for the oil industry, he could be Scott Fracula.
I just have
Oh,
a little bit of
jeez.
other sci-fi news. I've been watching Foundation, which is an Isaac Asimov book series that Apple TV made into a TV series. Only
Apple
one season,
TV.
10 episodes. But I just realized one episode was directed by the actor who played B'Elanna Torres, Roxanne Dawson.
She sure directs a lot of things.
Yeah.
She's a accomplished
job.
director.
In the Mirror
So-
Universe episode, is Captain Archer, Lieutenant Archer, or whatever he is he played by
Is-
Scott Fracula?
I hate you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Only in a good way, though.
Okay.
There's good hate and there's bad hate.
Enterprise. Look, even Alien Archer knows it's just Enterprise. God, their action is...
Is that Reed?
Yeah,
Oh,
That's Malcolm.
It's somewhere close.
Dominic, Scott, and Linda.
Why isn't your voice all weird, Linda?
Linda has
Are you even trying?
even a small amount of self-respect.
They're actors. Should be doing this.
What are you doing to Paul? What is your posture here?
Hey, check trivia. Roxanne Dawson's birth name was Roxanne Caballero, and Caballero means gentleman in Spanish.
Okay. No
when you get to-
touching. No touching, Scott.
Don't touch
When you
your
have to-
face.
When you get to Hollywood, you have to like change your
What are
name.
you
a little
doing
bit
to Paul?
sometimes?
Scott, don't know.
What are you doing to Paul?
The
To
I
Paul,
like
what are
the
you doing?
I like the purring. We haven't seen this since Worf.
Worf purrs?
Yeah.
Yes.
How do I not know this?
Whenever he starts with Jadzia or Kalar, there's
You're like,
always a little bit of
well,
a
it's a growl, I guess. But no, it's a purr. Linda at least put on an accent.
Why doesn't T'Pol use her Vulcan strength to make Archer get off of her?
Because he's trying to make friends. She's trying to make friends. She doesn't want to hurt Scott.
You don't have to hurt him. You just push him away. So Paul is selectively strong.
Yeah, a tail would help. Where's their tails?
Well, you see, when we moved out of the savannah
Okay.
Oh, my
from our primate ancestors,
Eating bugs, how gross.
tasty, tasty bugs.
It's more the
Oh,
maggot
that's
type
some good
things.
bulging on their cheeks.
There was a really great show called Scream Queens where you had to audition for a horror movie lead, and being covered in maggots, putting maggots in your mouth, it's all part of being an actor.
Doesn't
So-
bother me.
They're probably not even maggots. They're probably mealworms.
Yeah.
Well,
Either
they're
way,
all
though,
wet. Mealworms are dry, so
Put
they
'em
may
in-
have
Well, the mealworms and
moistened
sauce.
the mealworms.
They just hit them with a little bit of vegetable oil. It's all good.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Are you okay with eating
Like
mealworms,
Jonathan
Robo?
Frakes had mealworms fall into
do you
his
know
mouth
you're
and he
not
just ate
normal?
them.
How do you know?
mealworms
you
are
haven't
normal
eaten
human food.
mealworms?
Like
They
normal
use-
in
human
this-
people
not
eat
in American
mealworms.
culture.
It's not a weird thing at all.
It's weird in America.
They use mealworms in a lot of what you call it?
Yeah, I mean, like
To replace to make flour and stuff. Mealworm
I
flour,
heard-
mealworm protein.
I heard this theory that if you made chocolate-covered grasshoppers, you could satisfy the world's protein requirements without, killing any more mammals.
Well, we kill a lot of grasshoppers. Screw them.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
definitely
can
Nobody likes
kill
a
a lot of
grasshopper.
grasshoppers. But it is way more efficient to eat insects than to eat mammals because of
Yes.
like the conversion ratio
Yep.
from feed to meat is much higher for insects. So I do expect that we'll all be eating insects by the time that we die. Like as our, or at least a main protein
would-
source.
Much prefer if we could go the like lab-grown meat route.
Yeah, that takes a lot of like a lot more effort. Like we already have the bug thing sorted. Like we already know
Nope.
how to do that. We
But-
just have an American cultural hang up about it.
Something
Yes, we do.
Something really cool though. I read how AI is transforming the scent industry, because normally to make scents, like back in the day, you had like essence of flowers and things like that to make the scents. But your nose has only so many hundreds of combinations. So technically, any kind of combination of scents could make the same scent. So AI can get there much in different ways to give us the same pleasant smells. So I'm sure we could do that with tasting meat, like the lab grown meat. It'll replicate the taste for us at some point.
I noticed one of these Makos is that Corporal Chang, or was that the guy from Elite Force 2? The guy from Voyager.
All the Makos have names, I think. And yeah, I think one of them is Chong.
I think someone just decided that Enterprise needed red shirts, so they're like, I know, Makos.
They were trying something new with it, like all the Makos have names and stuff, which is
I
not
don't feel
something
like
that
that's new.
and
That
they
feels
show
like,
up throughout like the entire show. Like it's
I
the
feel like
same
most people have
Makos.
names. Oh yeah, he just said Chang. That's Chang. Okay.
Yeah, but the difference is like with normal red shirts, they're there for an episode and they either survive or they die. But
Yeah.
these are the same Makos throughout the entire run of season 3.
Okay.
I think it
Until
is a
they
good
get killed.
experiment, and they should.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep, that's
unless
it.
they die.
Daniel Day Kim, that guy.
Oh, okay, cool. But the Marine Corps is technically under the U.S. Navy.
Right. So the Makos are basically Marines in
Yeah.
space.
And Starfleet is the Navy.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly the relationship that they have. Now, other countries didn't have an infantry component to their navy, and they just had their sailors like form landing parties and stuff. Here, sailor, take
And the
this rifle
Navy
and
and the
go.
Army were like at each other's throat.
Competing
and
for the attention of the emperor.
The other crazy thing about the U.S.
Yeah,
Navy,
it's like, well, we want resources. The Navy also wants resources. The Air Force wants resources, and they'd all be competing for it. It was a huge disaster.
Same thing in Germany.
and so
But
the other thing,
even worse, like different departments inside the same branch of the military were all competing for the same resources.
Oh, that's so stupid.
that's why we have the Joint Chiefs of Staff. But because that way we can like not overlap those resources as much. But the thing is that if you want to fly a plane, you're better off joining the Navy also, because the Navy has more seaplanes than even the Air Force. Air Force has airplanes.
If you want to learn how to fly a plane, just get an airplane simulator.
No, I'm sorry. If
Yeah,
you want
that's
to
a
fly
much
a
better
plane
way.
and join the military, you should join the Navy, because the Air Force doesn't have as many planes as the Navy does.
I don't know if that's true.
That is true, and I had to look it up myself, and that was like pretty amazing. But yeah, all those aircraft carriers have Navy Seahawks, and those are for like bomber runs, intermediate strikes. The Air Force has those fighter jets that are like very competitive against other countries, like Russian Sukhois.
This guy's got a good voice. Who's this dude?
This guy shows up a lot. I think he shows up in Stargate a lot. He does like a little. He's been in a lot of TV shows.
He also does the Allstate commercials.
Okay, I think that's Roger Cross. The picture on IMDb is of him, 20 years older, but I think that's him.
Well, it's been 20 years since this episode came out.
Yeah, that's him.
I know.
Well, what else has he been in?
This is his only Star Trek.
Elder Scrolls, male orc voice.
That's where I know him from. He's the orc.
Bioshock Infinite, Burial at Sea.
Wait, no, he's not the orc from Skyrim.
Voice.
He's the orc from Elder Scrolls Blades.
Oh, that's
He
the
just
robot game.
sounds. Yeah, he just sounds exactly like the orc from Skyrim.
Is he not the orc?
Now you die.
No, he's not.
Oh, that's Morrowind.
Was he
Skyrim
not in
never showed come here.
in Stargate at some point? I could have sworn.
He is Captain Connor and Lieutenant Connor, apparently. I assume those are the same person.
Promotion. No, twin brothers,
It's
actually.
Really nice CG for the time.
Again, the people are terrible.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
triangular building, that's very Halo-y.
Does look Halo-y.
Oh,
Looks
there
like
it is in the
something
middle.
Forerunners would
Consistent
make.
Architectural direction here. Looks like they
It
just
looks like a
all
model.
the ancient architectures put together.
This city is CG,
'Cause-
but for some reason the way it's filmed makes it look like a miniature model.
Yeah.
Well, you do tilt shift.
Only a model.
My God. It was Scott Bakula.
He's back.
Not back the whole time.
What was he in Stargate? I'm trying to find him.
Connor.
He's an Orphan Black. Orphan Black. I can't find the Stargate entry though on IMDb.
I see it. Stargate SG-1 TV series, Captain Connor, Lieutenant
They're
Connor,
caught.
1997 and 1998.
Oh, that's why I wasn't going back far enough.
Control F.
Yes. There's like 65 people who have been in both Star Trek and Stargate.
Okay.
He was in Bioshock Infinite. He's in various Fallouts.
So the 90s is like ancient history now? Yeah. It's too easy to get distracted.
My home. When we get there.
How is their memory stored in a virus?
Don't worry about it. How's their basic instinct stored in human DNA? How do we know how to do stuff?
I don't think it's in the DNA. I think it's in the brain, which is created by the DNA.
Okay, sure, but I mean, the brain has to come from the DNA, so yeah, it's there.
Yeah, well, that is a good point, I guess. But
What is
still, it's
with
not
his
complicated
chest plate?
stuff.
What
It's
is
like
that?
drink, eat, cry. Those are the three things. Two things, really. Just drink and cry. That's all baby can do.
And poop.
Just want to listen to this guy.
Well, see if he's on Fiverr and just hire him to read a book to you.
How much money would it cost to have someone read you a book on Fiverr?
A lot.
And how big is the book?
Big?
I assume you'd pay them by the hour. Or by page, probably.
Paying them by the hour is pretty fucked up if you're only paying them $5 to act
Well,
for
no, you
you.
wouldn't pay them $5.
Well, it's Fiverr, not
set
reasonable
their
wager.
The name is a lie.
So it's
Nothing
like
on
dollar
Fiverr is
store where they have
$5.
things that are more than $1.
There's some
Outrageous.
jobs that are like a 500. That's what a Fiverr is.
Would you pay any actor to record an audiobook for you?
Yeah, better than me.
I mean, I wouldn't, but I don't really do audiobooks.
Me
I
neither.
just do word books.
Yeah. That's a weird way of phrasing it.
How else am I supposed to phrase it?
I think it's just a book
Real
or
books,
a
physical
text
books,
book.
Kindle books,
I don't know.
e-books.
Just beam yourself
The-
down.
The peach!
Yeah,
The
that's it.
peach! He's gonna go get the peach!
Oh, of course, yeah.
It's all coming full circle.
But at that
calls
point,
Peach.
but that's not of her DNA responding to it. That's just her DNA, which Flock should already have.
Shut up. He needs the peach.
Apologize. Apologize.
To apologize?
Hmm.
This only
just
works
gonna
because
rip-
DePaul put down a bitten into food into the rest like a savage. You don't
So
mix
he's gonna
them.
Maybe
bring it
if
back
Vulcan
to.
foods.
Wait,
Yeah.
he's bringing it back to sickbay just naked like that. It's gonna get
Bring
contaminated
that
along
peach
the way.
to sick bay.
Yeah, he should put it back in the thing and bring the whole thing to sickbay. Now I want peaches.
You can go get a peach. Produce is
Those are
year-round
just
these
some very
days.
loose rocks placed over an entrance.
Oh, there's some architecture. There's a pill. Oh, my God. This is no city. This is a tomb.
Man, you're so dramatic.
Gimli's the dramatic one. Gimli, son of Gloin.
Look, that floating thing fell. They really did put effort in. Remember there's a floating component of the city?
I just remember the Forerunner spire. Well, I mean, the city's here, Scott. It's just... on the green screen.
Storage just pointing to nothing.
What is your pose, Linda? What are you
It's
doing?
an alien pose. And some alien gyrations.
What are you doing, Scott?
God is sad. Oh, and he headbutted Linda a little bit.
Just a
I don't
little.
think he meant to do that.
Okay. Paula's rude. She didn't even eat the peach.
She's very... Well, she wouldn't want to eat peaches after, like, 8 p.m. Who does that?
Do you not?
T'Pol doesn't. She doesn't eat at night, apparently.
Hmm.
Yeah, it does feel like a stage play.
Really
A lot
does.
of overacting to make sure the people in the back can see.
The Enterprise.
It's just Enterprise.
Selective strength.
I'm
Maybe
sure
he
T'Pol's
has
not even
extra
trying to
strength
fight
now
back.
that he's been
She
modified.
doesn't want to fight
And
back.
She shouldn't allow
maybe
this.
she's
This is ridiculous.
maybe she's weakened because her body is fighting the virus.
She just
Maybe.
wants Archer to trust her, and if she starts punching him and nerve pinching, that's not going to happen.
No.
What would it take to get them to Enterprise anyway?
Why are they going that way? You don't know there's an exit there.
They're just running out somewhere.
You're like 20 feet from a door where you came in. Just leave.
They couldn't because they were coming from that direction.
Punch him. It's a nice cave. Very cavey. See, it works. You
I
just
don't think
punch them.
face palming works when they're in a spacesuit.
It works great. I was going to say Scott should just shoot him, but it's no longer connected to the fuel source, so I guess it doesn't work. No, hit him with the rock. It's more merciful than what they're going to do to him. If this guy just survived another, like, 5 minutes, he'd be cured.
So that's his suit, not his oxygen leaking. That means that his suit is pressurized, a different pressure than the atmosphere and the air.
Well, you would do that because if you get a tear, you'd want it to blow out instead of letting stuff come in.
True, I suppose.
Well, apparently that didn't work because the
Yes.
virus came in anyway.
Well, it's because the writers don't understand how that type of stuff works. But if you've ever seen people going into like like biohazardous areas with suits, they're always overinflated just for the exact purpose.
Ah!
Apparently, she's just a ragdoll now.
Come on, Linda, you
Selective
can
strength
take him.
for Paul. Or should they just get beamed up?
Oh, gun? Gun. Yes. Oh, Corporal Chang's back.
Used gun on man there.
Good shot, Corporal Chang. Couldn't they have just beamed their people up to the decon chamber?
No, because they don't have site-to-site transporting yet.
Guess they have to take them in the pod.
Yeah.
But site-to-site transport is you beam them in to the ship and then you just beam them to decon.
They haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah.
Okay, they're actually just gonna leave. I was waiting until he was done. I was like, why are you saying just leave? No, they're gonna go. I don't know about Warp 4. It seems like you can go faster, but
They only want to go as fast as they need to.
Yeah.
Well, considering the alternative is these people are going to shoot them to death, I feel like need to is relevant here. Why don't you want to respond? Wait, who's this guy? Who's this rando tactical guy at Hoshi's station? That's not tactical. It's on the other side of the room. I don't know if he wants a cure for the virus so much as he wants to burn people.
He has a cure.
The cure is purging fire.
Yeah.
No, that's Scott and Linda, Phlox. Sorry, John. John. Oh my god, did they even try to find a cure? Phlox sorted it out in like 5 minutes. Antivirus?
It's a virus that infects smaller viruses. Or it's a smaller virus that infects viruses. Injects its RNA into the virus and makes it explode. Remember the macro virus from Voyager?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
I
one
love
way to
that
deal with the
episode.
virus. Just
It shows
shoot
up in 2 episodes.
Really? It shows up in 2?
It shows up in the episode where the ship is shattered into different time frames and they run into them again.
I do like the macrovirus episode. I think it's actually a good episode.
I don't remember anything about it other than
It's
macrovirus.
cool. Janeway gets to go like it's like Alien. She gets to like crawl through the Jeffries tubes and hide from the macroviruses and shoot them. It's a really cool episode.
Well, we'll get to it eventually, maybe.
It's very unfortunate that you canceled Voyager.
It'll come back.
It'll be a long road. But
Well, only a little bit
we'll
longer.
get from there to here.
I like that we left Voyager on a cliffhanger. We
Are we
watched
going
part
to
1,
jump
not
into
part 2.
original series after this?
No, Voyager.
What are we doing after original series?
Track.
We're doing TAS.
We could.
I missed a Tinder match. What?
Well, after TOS
Gold
is the
to see
TOS
who it
movies.
was.
That vibe.
You should do
Including the
TAS
motion
before the
picture.
TOS movies, especially the motion picture.
Does TAS make the motion picture make sense?
No. The motion picture.
The
makes
motion
sense on its
picture-
own.
Makes sense. Yeah. Also,
The past is very silly.
there's this hypothesis that the Enterprise in motion picture was assimilated by the alien probe, and that everything after that point where they enter the probe is a simulation, including all the movies that come after it.
With
That's
the
a very dumb
whales?
theory.
Oh, the whales.
That's a good
Humpback whales
episode.
are no longer listed as endangered.
Yay!
Hey, Star Trek
They're
movie.
back.
Japan's gonna get very excited for that.
Also, this feels like a bad idea. Just destroy it. Destroy the virus.
They have the antivirus now, so if it does get out, they can just deal
In
with
loving memory of Jerry Fleck, is that Silik's dad?
Silik has
Who's
a
Jerry
dad.
Fleck? Well, Silik's actor, John Fleck. In loving memory of Jerry Fleck.
Is this like a whole Star Trek family?
Oh no. What I do know is that we're now onto the Rick Berman episode.
it.
What makes it the Rick Berman episode?
The everything
That's
about it.
slavery.
Yes.
1 minute to
Everything
Rick
about it.
Berman. Everyone cue up. Rajiin.
Rajiin.
Rajiin, I mean, it's not a bad episode, really. It's just Rick Berman.
Oh wait, this is the one where she's in a market and he buys her or something, or
Soma, are you playing Space Engineers?
That sound was the Halo Infinite ping noise for there being a.
Oh yeah, it was.
oh,
What are you looking at,
I completed the what you call it in Halo
Campaign.
Infinite. What's it called? Not the campaign, the
The
limited
Battle
time event
Pass,
for the rewards.
Tenrai thing.
Yeah, Tenrai. I've got one to do on that.
Okay. 10 seconds. Everyone be ready. Prepare. Brace yourselves. Brace for Berman. In 5,
Yeah.
4,
Racing.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Well, it's Cindy first.
Oh, yeah, Rick Berman's not here yet.
But yeah, I made that my phone notification noise now
Why?
because
Oh, the fish people. The fish people always look so mad.
The aquatics.
Yeah. The way their eyebrow ridges go, they're permanently angry eyes. How come Degra is the only one who has to work on it? Nobody else is helping. If aquatic technology is so advanced, why don't they help? Oh, discussed and rejected. We're going to see that option in 2 weeks. Carpenter Street, where they go back in time. You know, if you hadn't attacked Earth with your dump probe,
yes,
you would have had all the time you want.
Why? They could have attacked an uninhabited planet in the Nowheresville of the galaxy.
Which they're going to do.
And no one would
in
have
a few
fucking
episodes.
known.
Again, I highly was. No,
Yeah, they do it
didn't actually tell them
anyways.
To do that. I don't know. I don't think it was Future who told the Zindi actually. But if it was, then it would be not to say, attack her so that we can come and attack back.
It was the weird yellow people. Who
Yeah.
Future
told the
guy
Zindi.
didn't tell them. It was it was the sphere builders that told the Zindi.
Yeah, sphere builders. That's what they're called.
Sphere builders.
It's a very creative name because they built the spheres. Wow.
They built the spheres. Ryan, which stars can we reach?
Any.
None of them actually. They're too far away.
We have the tech. We could get to like
I mean, we
Alpha
can in,
Centauri
like,
if we
800
wanted to.
We could reach our
We could
star.
get there eventually.
We could get to the Centauri system with
No,
our current
no, we
technology.
cannot.
Yes, we could.
You would mean the Centauri?
Not like
well,
probably not
region.
humans, but we could definitely send a probe out there.
Well,
'Cause there's
yeah, we
two
could send a
Centauri
probe,
systems.
but
Is
it
it-
wouldn't get there for like thousands of years
Well, 800.
or
still do
hundreds of thousands.
It might not even be anything left of it when it does get there. Remember when we had that object coming through our solar system?
The weird
They called it the
oblong one.
visitor. Yeah, they're like, maybe it's what's left of a alien space probe. And then it had weird trajectory, like it had a weird.
And then it was a
Yeah.
rock.
What are you talking about?
Was it a rock?
Yeah. There was this weird, like, oval shaped thing. It was really long and thin, going through the solar
like a
system.
cigar.
From Rendezvous with Ronda.
Maybe. But they looked at it and it was a rock.
Yeah.
That's what they want us to think.
And
That's
then
what
there was this
government
weird,
is
like,
keeping a
cube
secret.
structure on the moon. And they sent a rover over and it was a rock.
It was a out of focus rock that was closer than it appeared. Like it was on the edge of a crater, and it looked like it was farther away, but it was really just a little rock up close, out of focus.
Directed by Mike Vehar? Mike? What the heck, man? I guess Mike didn't write the episode. He's just working with what he's got.
Levi Burton wanted to get the hell out of the episodes after the previous one.
What if you get like your first director's break, like I'm gonna get to direct an episode of Star Trek, and it's one of those creepy Rick Berman episodes.
Hang on. I just looked it up on Memory Alpha. Teleplay, which is the actual script by Brent Friedman and Chris Black. Story by Paul Brown and Brent Friedman. Directed by Mike Vehar.
So you're telling me that Rick Berman didn't have any involvement in this episode?
Rick Berman, why would you do this? It's Rick Berman's undue influence on the other writers. Jesus, Rick. How come Porthos
Yeah.
doesn't get to sleep on the bed? It's big enough.
Might be able
That's
to.
gross.
That's not gross. You're gross.
Maybe a little.
Porthos is a good dog and should get to sleep on the bed.
No, the beast sleeps in his own bed.
Dogs are
Porthos
not
is a
pleasant.
member of the family.
Yeah, I have members of my family. I still don't sleep with them in my
Ooh,
bed.
some continuity between recent episodes.
Yeah.
Wait, is that
Robo,
herpes on his lip?
the human members of your family aren't like furry and quadrupeds.
Well, you don't know that. They're definitely
Just a
furry.
little continuity. Just a spoonful of continuity makes the show go round. Oh, Crewman Cutler's canonically still on the
yeah.
ship.
Yeah.
Isn't her actress already dead at this point?
Yes.
Yeah, but Cutler's here. Archer, you didn't even scoop any gel. You just patted it. Put your arm away, Scott. There you go.
But yeah, so in reference to the moving the bridge to the Centauri system, you would mean the Centauri star cluster. You have the Proxima
Neptune, eh?
Centauri system and the Alpha Centauri system, but the star cluster
Aren't
is
they
the
the same
Centauri
system?
area. No, they're different systems.
I thought they were like trinary star thingamajigger. Proxima and
Don't
Alpha Centauri,
so
and
off
there's
the top of
also
my head.
Beta Centauri.
Wait a second. Is this the same
Here,
room
would you
where
like to buy
Data
my
was doing
egg? I
small
laid it
talk?
myself.
Is this the Data small
I
talk
don't
room?
think so. This is way bigger.
Apparently, Alpha Centauri is better known as Proxima
Okay,
Centauri.
yeah, this is bigger.
Unless they just used like the wall.
The window wall looked familiar.
So they're named different.
This
stuff.
might be Farpoint Station.
Point? I doubt they have that set stuff.
They have a Targ, somehow.
Well, they used the Targ prop earlier in that Klingon ship that was in the gas giant.
Well, sure, but how is the Targ here in the Expanse?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, this man is a bat for some reason. What's up with that?
This is how you get COVID.
You don't eat your... What's wrong with this Batman?
You can, like, an animal can serve multiple functions. Like, I don't know, chickens can be pets.
This guy's like, why are you bothering me? Buy
But
something
you
or
wouldn't
get
eat
out.
Porthos.
Even if it was succulent.
Oh, there's
Forms a
Feistman.
triple, yeah, it forms a triple star system with Proxima and Beta. True. It's interesting that our closest star system is a trinary system.
I guess. I mean, trinary systems are pretty cool.
Yes.
Trillium A, okay. What about B and C?
This guy looks like he snorts something. Beetle
He
snuff.
does.
A lot.
He's gonna snort some cayenne pepper in a minute.
Oh, this is the cayenne pepper one, is it?
Yeah. This man does not how to use cayenne. Archer's not very convincing about that. Not at all. So, how about that weather?
It snowed yesterday after I got done
Oh, there's
shoveling
Rajiin.
the snow.
Well, why would you shovel it if there's just gonna be more?
Well, it stopped and I thought it was done. So then I shoveled and then more came, but the sun came out today and it melted it. So, yeah.
Yep, there's Rajiin in the background watching. Don't trust her. Shoot her. Kill her now. Or just leave. Serpent women? What's a serpent woman? Do we ever see any snake people? There's those people from TNG who carry a snake in the Mark Twain episode. So do you guys like tacos?
Yeah, they're nice.
You know what I like in my tacos? You know what flavor of tacos I like the most?
Beef flavored?
Glory to Ukraine!
Okay. Why are you shouting that fast like you're worried I'm gonna mute you?
I don't know.
The Ryan's Edits YouTube channel officially supports Ukraine, not Russia, yes.
supports Ukraine's sovereignty. Awesome. I don't know. I thought maybe you'd want to stay ambivalent.
Nah. I'm not a government official. I don't. Well, actually, no. Government officials aren't staying ambivalent at all. There's a lot of denouncement going on. I don't think Russia was expecting this level of denouncement. It seems like they thought it was going to be over in like one night, and everyone else would just have to get over it. But no. I can get even more political. We could talk about American politics. The Ryan's Edits YouTube channel officially does not endorse the Republican Party.
Which factually has moved very, very far right. I'm not saying all the way to the right. I won't go that far.
It's very concerningly far right.
But
this alien looks like he's out of Dragon Ball Z. Just wanted to say that.
I was thinking Star Wars, but yeah, he looks weird.
Yeah. he looks like he could have a power scanner, and he's over 9,000. he needs like a Frieza armor set going on.
Yeah.
Apparently, what he needs is to be punched in the face. Works very well. I feel like Reed should help.
The prosthetic is held up.
Well, they're not actually hitting him.
Oh, now he's trying to murder him.
Just a little bit. He's fine. Are we going to take the rest of the slaves or just this one slave? Just the one slave.
Just the one who asked to leave and run away.
Can we give her a shirt? What is she even wearing?
Well, I can tell you what she's not wearing.
Which is much. It just... Do they keep the ship warm? Because there's no warmth in that outfit.
You don't need warmth when you got the body of another.
the look Phlox gave Archer was like, oh, okay.
It's going a little bit Firefly. With the God, what was her name? The evil lady. Evil fake companion wife lady.
Fake mail order wife. She's the equivalent. She's a mail order wife equivalent to a Nigerian prince scam.
Nigerian princes don't usually try to murder you. They just steal your stuff.
Does she try to murder Archer?
Well, yeah, she sends them into...
I thought she's just there to collect DNA so that...
Oh, no, I'm talking about the lady from Firefly.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see Firefly.
It's basically the exact same story as this episode.
Yeah.
There's an episode of Firefly that's identical to this.
Yes.
Oh, is that the cayenne? I can't really see.
Turns out cayenne pepper is like cocaine to this dude.
Oh no, that's not cayenne. That looks like... What is... Is that ground pepper? Ground black pepper?
Black pepper?
Yep, ground black pepper. You're not supposed to pre-grind your black pepper. Jeez.
No, you're not. No, that is the way to ruin it.
I mean, for most things, it's fine. It's just...
I have something that looks like peppercorns, but it's red, and it's extremely hot. It's tiny, tiny, tiny hot peppers, and I want to put it in a pepper mill.
Everything.
Just to screw with people. Chiltepin, Fuego de Sonora.
Del Fuego de Senora?
Yeah. No.
Why do you have a... No?
Fuego de Sonora, Sonora.
Oh, not senor. I was
Chili,
like,
chili
you
tepin.
have a chili called the Fire of the Woman? What? What does that mean?
Well, it might, if you use it the wrong way, it might be the fire of the
No,
woman.
thank you. That's a long table, Jesus.
He needs to keep a
What
respectable
what
distance
and
between
where
him
and
and her.
how did you get this dress?
Yeah, because she was a slave. She didn't have anything
Quartermaster.
with her. Did she borrow that from someone?
Borrowed it from T'Pol.
I don't think that's T'Pol's. That doesn't look like something she would wear. Also, why is Archer's meal like one giant leaf of lettuce? I don't know what that other thing is behind the lettuce. It looks like a chip. Like a giant chip. God, Archer, just kill her. She's a snake. She's the snake woman. Oh, it all makes sense now. Just gonna leave her in. Okay. So how's the dishes? Are they done? I don't know. Nothing's happening right now. It's a bit of a slower episode. It's mostly just people. It's mostly, this episode is 90% camera just focusing on the lady. But they don't even put Vaseline on the lens. Oh, they should have put Vaseline on the lens here. Would have been very TOS.
Do you remember in TOS they constantly use eye shine? Like any close-ups, they always had eye shine on the actors.
Yeah.
It's so
We should
weird.
bring that back.
How come in TOS the lighting is always just like one strip across Kirk's eyes? Everything else is dark.
That's eye shine. They did that so that you could see the expression of their eyes.
But how? Why? Okay.
Because
sure,
back
you can
then,
see the expression
TV
on their
was
eyes.
absolutely shit.
You can see the expression on their
and-
eyes if everything is lit. I don't know. I mentioned this episode before the stream and Moon didn't even remember it, so apparently she's not that memorable. No, Archer, kick her out.
She wants to show her appreciation. I mean,
Yeah, no, just leave. Kick her out. Oh, I'm getting a spam phone call. That's fun. And they spoofed a number that's close to my number. Same area code, same first 3 digits. So that's fun. Kiev is currently under attack.
Interesting effect is the.
You gotta get the bioscans. Wait, did Pike 2009 have the eye shine? Did they do that? I don't remember. That must have been if they did that like when he was leaving for Vulcan. So, Robo, why have you not seen Firefly? What's up with that?
I just haven't.
Well, you should. It's a good show.
Has he said cayenne yet?
Yeah. Yeah, we've had the
This is
cayenne
sad.
already. And he snorted some black pepper.
Look at these close camera angles.
Ah, it's more dramatic that way.
We're going right up Trip's nose.
If you want
Wow,
to do a
that's a creative
Firefly
one.
watch along, it's not here, but you could go to Steve Shives. He did a Firefly watch along.
Steve Shives, folks.
Steve Shives.
I haven't watched him forever.
Ooh, that's twice some damage.
Well, if you want to watch him, he did a Firefly watch along.
That's cool. With his wife, right?
I mean, some lady. I don't know if she's his wife, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he said something
Understatement of the
about
century there, T'Pol.
Firefly. Do you guys like Firefly?
Yes.
Apparently, Robo hates it.
Really?
What's that?
That's a
What do I hate?
surprise. Firefly?
I didn't say I hate it. I just said I'd never seen it.
Which must be because you hate it.
How do you
Even though
How
it's a
can I
good
hate something I
show.
never saw?
I don't know. Why don't
Yeah,
you
I
ask all
can't-
those
I can't
people who
hate it.
talk
I've
about
never seen it.
Discovery?
I think
I've
they
watched
watched
Discovery.
it.
I still don't like it.
Did you not like the last 3 episodes? I thought they were good. Why
I
did you
really
think
like the
that? Why
updated
did you
visual
think that
effects on
the?
the space.
I wish they said strange energies when they went through the galactic barrier. That was such a missed
Well,
opportunity.
Well, we can't talk
No,
about it
that's
too
the
much for
correct reason.
spoilers.
Oh, yeah, spoilers. That's the thing.
But no, Robo Firefly's really good. You should give it a shot. It's only like 10 episodes.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
And a movie.
Is Hoshi flirting?
I don't think so. I think she's just being nice.
It's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell, yes. It's very hard to tell.
Unironically, like I have Asperger's, so like these are the same thing to me.
Same here.
The way they closed the door and faded to black made me think that once they closed it, like, Rajiin was seducing her.
I'm pretty sure Hoshi was flirting with her.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe.
So that means Hoshi's bi? Because she gets married in that... The one where they, like, meet their descendants?
Yeah.
Because there was this weird time distortion thing.
Don't think there's really any evidence to the contrary.
She has children, which means she had some interactions with a man, unless there was like IVF or I don't know. It's complicated.
She gonna try and seduce T'Pol now?
Just gonna try.
Yes, she's gonna try, but T'Pol's gonna go ahead and
Seducing
be.
T'Pol only works if you bring her peaches.
Yes.
And she's snorting Trillium D.
Firefly and Star Trek both have to have that one character who knows what's up, and they resist the
Yes.
charms.
That episode of Firefly is extremely cringeworthy.
But it's just the same episode
It
as
is
this.
painful.
It has some really good lines
Please
on it,
stop
like the
touching
special
T'Pol.
hill.
Last episode too.
Everyone, yeah.
Like Archer was touching her face like this too.
So Rajiin is having some kind of like psychic impact on these people. It's not just like seduction. She's actually
Yes.
manipulating their brains somehow.
Mhm.
Why didn't they do like an X-ray effect when her hands went past her neck?
Because nobody
Shut up.
wants to see her rib cage.
That's a
You were
interesting
saying?
spine, I guess.
Ew.
Very pointy
Vulcan
spine.
anatomy is disgusting. It's like all green.
Gun! Shooter!
Paul is weak again. I think she
Well,
is
she
under
was just...
psychic control now.
Yeah. Can they?
Yeah,
I
they
don't know
have
if they
this
could...
tech now.
I don't know if they could do that in Enterprise.
They were able to find the intruders last episode. Maybe in their refit at the Expanse episode.
Wait, where did Rajiin go? Oh, she's in the closet, isn't she? There she is.
Yeah.
Here comes Rajiin with the folding chair. Ah.
All right, Tucker in this situation is Wash. Does she have a communicator, or is she just talking into her hand?
He has a communicator implant.
Shoot her. My God, just shoot her.
Can't shoot her. She's hot. How it works.
Shoot her.
I guess that's a good thing that Star Trek died, because they really ran out of episodes.
I suppose. But it reused a lot of ideas in Enterprise.
What happened to the guy in the elevator? Is he just unconscious in there? Where is he? She got his gun.
Overacting.
Why are we in slow
Slow-mo.
motion for Rajiin? What is this? What is this scene?
This is like the Matrix scene.
That's
Like,
gotta
remember when
like
Trinity-
knock out her breath.
Remember when Trinity dove backwards through a window and she was like shooting behind her? And then she was waiting for the guy to come through the window, just aiming at the window. And then she
But
got up
this
and kept
isn't the
running.
Matrix.
Okay, but I'm just saying it was like in that time period. It was inspired.
Slow mo is all the rage.
Bullet time.
Archer, don't talk to her. Just shoot her.
He's hot. You can't just shoot her. I guess
I
Star
feel
Trek
like we
has this
can't just
trouble a
shoot her.
lot. Like they never shoot, even when they should. They have stun guns. They should not. They should be trigger happy as hell. Like if there's any doubt, just shoot them. It's a stun gun. They're gonna be fine.
Don't get close. Don't touch her. What are you doing?
He's not touching
She
her
has
face.
weird psychic effects. Is that why they can't shoot her?
I'm
Because of
so
her psychic?
betrayed. I'm Archer. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, Reed is going to shoot to Paul, and that's nice. Not in this episode, but in the Western. God, that's such a good scene where he shoots her. Alright, so she can't touch anyone now, so that's good. Hopefully this door stops brain rays.
Throw that thing at the airlock.
No, Archer, don't get in the room with her. What are you doing?
This is what he does. This is his thing.
He could at least have someone else there to make sure.
I'm so
Yes,
betrayed.
get in the cell with the psychic spy manipulator seductress.
Oh, and now he's
Succubus.
touching her.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's Indy. No, she's not.
No, she's not Zindi. She's just
No.
useful. She's working for the Zindi. They're gonna kill you anyway, Rajiin. Don't get so close to her, Archer. Come on, man.
Why doesn't she use her zappy powers?
Oh my god, don't try
What
to
is
get
that
get
about?
on his good shot. Was it Commander Dolam?
Airlock.
Yes, airlock
No,
her.
that would just let them pick up the data.
No, you don't shove her out the airlock. You open the door a little bit, like with the pirates.
Oh, I found an awesome meme. I'm posting it on the memes.
Okay. Ah, pro-Ukraine. Oh, I didn't realize. I knew Zelensky was still like in the city and he picked up a gun. I didn't know he had armor.
I mean, wouldn't you have armor? I'm not going into battle without armor.
Well, what I'm saying is, I didn't realize he had dressed up like a soldier, and
see
I figured he would like try to stand
Italian
out a bit.
ships. I do love the Zindi ship designs.
I would wear exactly the same stuff as everybody else. That way, I don't stand out. Hey, look at that guy. He looks important. Shoot him.
They don't want to hurt anyone. They're friendly. They're peaceful. Just surrender, Archer. It'll be fine. What I don't understand is why the Zindi don't just destroy Enterprise here. They clearly had the capability.
They don't know it's the only ship either.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say bioweapon like it's worse, but it doesn't get much worse than destroying the entire planets. There's only so far you can go from there.
Also, once again, this entire premise is predicated on the fact that destroying Earth would destroy the Federation or destroy Starfleet.
Yeah, it would. What do you mean?
It mostly would, but they still got colonies.
In the episode Twilight,
I thought they have Mars and the moon.
So remember the episode Twilight where it's the alternate timeline where they do actually destroy Earth. And the whole thing is that the Zindi are hunting down and destroying every human colony they can find.
Yeah, we do actually see the
because of fan service.
Afterwards.
So they're doomed because the orbits are going to switch.
Yeah, they're in orbit of Alpha Centauri, whatever. Or
no, it's
SETI Alpha 5.
Maroon Con on.
Yeah, which is going to die. So no matter, even if the humans escaped and the Zindi never found them, they'd still die. So the Zindi here are a little bit bored.
You can hear the rubber as they walk.
Yeah, they had to dub over Intendant Kira's effects because her suit was so squeaky.
Also, if you watch the blooper footage for Discovery Season 3 and 4, especially Season 3 with the Emperor, oh, they're real squeaky.
Why are they so streaky?
Because they're in leather. The Emperor, the Mirror Universe, everyone's in leather. It's just...
Oh, it's the insect one as well.
It's a CG enemy. Oh, it's not especially
You should have thrown
effective.
that overhand. If you threw that overhand, it would have hit him.
Geez, their suits are really effective at stopping the shots for once.
The only people in the Star Trek universe who have actual armor.
Ooh, 3 people dead. Jeez, these
Never
Xindi
see
are
that
actually
one
the most
again.
effective enemies in the entirety of Star Trek. Why aren't they everywhere?
And why don't they just kill everyone on an Enterprise?
That
It
was a cool
seemed
effect.
weird
What? The glass?
the way that exploded.
I really liked that
Yeah.
effect.
It didn't like pop anywhere near where the device was. It popped like a
That's
whole
what makes it so
30
futuristic.
centimeters below it.
Archer shoots his Indy though, it dies. Indy.
Why are you tackling Archer? Just shoot him.
He's the main character. He's the protagonist.
Oh, he brought out his pain stick. God, I'm surprised that comm still works. Most of the wall is missing. Oh, they can cloak. Or is there a sphere right there?
No, it's a slipstream drive
Yeah.
thingy that will never
Oh.
be expanded upon. They can use it to teleport back to Earth in the last episode.
Yeah, you're right. I still don't understand why they didn't destroy Enterprise. It would have solved all their problems.
Nobody knows. I'm Archer, I'm yelling all the time.
He's barely yelling.
He's
Given the circumstances, he seems calm enough. The vortex? Exposed us to the humans. Why is Commander Dolam always so angry?
that's his thing. He's his Archer's antagonist. Here, my roommate made this incredible gif of him exploding.
Oh, now she's in a spy suit.
Yes.
Actually pretty gruesome.
Yes, wipe
Humans.
out the humans.
Reptiles are superior to mammals. Ah!
Reptiles make a good soup, as Archer will point out later.
That's got to be the weirdest thing in this season.
What, the
Like,
turtle
why
soup?
is there a mammal-reptile rivalry? Like, what the hell is that? Is that
They
a
just don't like
thing?
each other. That was the thing in Voyager. The Voth hated mammals.
It's
Oh,
weird.
that's the end of the episode.
That's it. Yeah,
No,
it's done.
the Voth
It's
are
over.
birds, so
No, they're. What are you talking? They're
Ugh.
hadrosaurs.
they're
They're
dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are birds. This is well known.
Okay, I guess.
Or more accurately, birds are dinosaurs.
Yes.
Um,
But they're reptiles. The Voth are reptiles.
birds are reptiles.
And they're like, ew, humans. They're warm-blooded, gross. Anyway, that's Enterprise. What's next week? Next week is Impulse, which is Oh, that's the zombie Vulcans.
Hmm.
Zombie Vulcans, and then the tentacle dude who's obsessed with Hoshi. And then the
This is where we learn
not
that
Kesra So White, the Chemosite area.
the Trillium D, the D is for dangerous.
I
To
guess.
T'Pol only, and they don't kick her off the ship.
Yeah. Because she's
Which will risk
helpful.
everyone's life. So T'Pol can be on the ship.
Yep. It would have been strictly better if they just let her go back to Vulcan.
She wanted to go.
Not to Vulcan, she didn't.
She was like, "You have to leave me." And Archer was
Is
like,
YouTube stream still
"No."
going?
For the moment.
Oh, okay.
What are you hiding
what's
from
up?
them? What are you hiding
Nothing.
from the YouTube audience?
What, are you going to say
Nothing, I
glory
just-
to
I just-
Ukraine again?
Glory to Ukraine.
Glory to you.
I kind of like. This sounds probably stupid, but I mean, it's maybe the end result of my recent what's the word? Reckless self-endangerment. I kind of want to grab a rifle and go over there and be like, yeah, let's.
I mean, you're legally allowed to, but
Am I? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you
allowed
can
to
go
if
join
you're
up
not
with
a
the
member of
neo-Nazis
the.
over there.
If
What's
you're
that?
not in the armed forces, you are allowed to go and fight for a foreign nation as long as they're not fighting against the country that you're coming from.
Oh, okay.
There's plenty of
right,
neo-Nazi
let's do
groups
it.
in Ukraine that are recruiting randos from abroad. So
Did
you
you
can
just
totally
say
do it.
Let's,
neo-Nazis?
Yeah, nope. We're no Russian propaganda here. All right, let me go ahead and end the YouTube stream. I have muted Discord. It is silent.